Hey guys, welcome back to Trisha's Kitchen. Today we are doing the fettuccine Alfredo again, but this time I'm going to try and focus on one of the main steps, which is to reduce the Alfredo by half. I think I missed that last time, so it was a little runny, it was a little soupy. Wasn't bad, but we're gonna re-attempt the Babish fettuccine, and this time I'm going to use my giant Fusilli needle. Someone gave me the pronunciation, I hope that's right, Fusilli or Fusilli, Fusilli, I don't know. I love these. Shout out to Hunger Diaries, I think that's her name. Love it, love these big Fusilli noodles. I think it makes everything better. So we are going to go ahead and pop this in, and I'm gonna show you the other ingredients we are going to be using. All right, so you see we have the Fusilli there. Then we are going to have about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, which is basically like a one size of this. And then we are going to take some butter. I'm absolutely obsessed with this butter. You take about 2 tablespoons and then you add some more in later on. And then the later on comes freshly grated Parmesan cheese, which is so beautiful and it smells so yummy. Then we have some salt, some pepper, and nutmeg for a seasoning. So now I am boiling my water. This is a pot that I got as a referral from Babish. Like, I don't know if it's the exact one, but I'm absolutely obsessed with this. It's called like Coussettes or something like that. I love the oblong shape, so you don't have to break the noodle. Like, it does just kind of sit in there. I wonder if these will fit in there. Let's see, let's try one. Let's see if one goes in there. Yeah, it's like the perfect. Last time I was like having the worst trouble with that. So I might just go ahead and put my noodles in. Everyone always kind of comes for me when I don't wait for it to boil. I should put the lid on top of it, but we're just gonna go ahead and throw those in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole pack in. Yeah, this is like the perfect. I think these are called, maybe they're called Dutch ovens, I don't know. Or Dutch something, I don't know, maybe that's not even what they're called, but we're gonna just put, and it's cool because it just, you can put them all in without burning on the edges and they all get cooked evenly. So we're gonna just go ahead and put that. I'm actually gonna turn this up to high so they can get a nice boil. And then the other pan I'm going to be doing my sauce in is also from Le Creuset. I love this one. It's just this orange like sauce pan, and you can put the noodles in because you are gonna put the noodles directly from that pot to this pot. So you do want a nice open surface. So we're gonna wait for the noodles to get cooking. So once your noodles start boiling, you are going to put a cup of heavy whipping cream over medium-high heat. Did y'all get that on my YouTube too? This is the part I messed up last time, so I'm gonna try and redeem myself. And then I'm going to fill this up with a 1/2 cup so I can stop it once it boils down. Paper towel over here before it drips. Alright. And then we are going to take, it says like 2 tablespoons of butter, but I think my secret sauce always when I cook is putting more butter than necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let me show my TikTok. And on that medium-high heat, we're also going to put some butter. The more butter, the better. Oh shit, damn it. I'm so stupid. This is a really important step to boil it down to half of what that is, otherwise it's gonna be soupy. I messed it up last time. Oh my gosh, we are going out and I literally made a mess. Did I get it on me? Really? Oh man.
No.
How did that not splatter on me? My bad. What's that?
We'll get that.
Huh?
Got these here.
Got what?
You call them meatballs?
Meatens? That was dumb. I flopped that butter and I was like, okay. Oh, it smells so good already. I don't think he stirred this. I don't know. I think he stirred the cream. Alright, so we're gonna let that boil like half. Because I think last time my noodle was just so soupy, so we're gonna just let that boil half, and then we are going to fill up the heavy whipping cream, like another 1/2 cup, and then we're going to turn it off to stop the cooking, and then we'll turn it back on. But yeah, these are cooking nicely. I love these noodles. They're so cool. I just think they visually look so cool, and yeah, I'm like, this was my last pasta for like a good 12 days, so we're gonna go out with a bang. I did pretty good. I think I only had pasta twice in the past like 3 weeks, which is really good for me. So it's kind of like once a week, less than once a week. So It does help your skin. You will lose weight a lot quicker if you do not eat pasta and cheese. But at the same time, life is short, and sometimes I just want pasta and cheese. And today I was craving it. I was dealing with a lot of stressful situations, and when stress calls and stress eats. So I thought I'd have my big meal for lunch, and then I won't be as hungry later. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up so while I wait, so I know to not forget. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another half cup in there. Like I said, I don't want to put too much in because last time it was too much and it just kind of threw everything off. So it is bubbling. That's cool. So that is bubbling all together nicely. We're gonna let that simmer down. These noodles are looking and smelling delicious. So love that. All right, so once that boils down to half, we are going to turn it off. And a half cup of cold whipping cream to stop the cooking. All right, so that's gonna simmer that right there, get it all in. It smells absolutely amazing. Okay, we're turning this back on medium. So now on medium, we're gonna add the freshly grated Parmesan. Dump that in. Add a little salt. I like to salt up my sauce and my butter and my pasta. And then add a little pepper. I like when I can see the pepper. All right. This one's harder to crack, this pepper. We're gonna try and stir this too. All right, oh, we're gonna stir it. Stir it all together. He kind of stirred it with his tongs, so we're kind of making this cheesy sauce substance with pepper. Ooh, this does look good. This looks much better. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and put a little more nutmeg. And if you want a little nutmeg. All right, there is a lot of work going on upstairs. All right, so now, oh, we didn't put the nutmeg in. I showed it and didn't put it in, so we just top it with a little nutmeg. And that's that. All right. I think this already looks so much better. I'm gonna give that a nice stir. It smells literally so delicious. You guys see that? All right, so now we are going to do the transfer of the noodles, and I think the best thing to do is move this over. That is hot. All right, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and we are going to move this pot over to transfer the noodles. They look pretty good, if I do say so myself. And now we are going to put them into the sauce straight from the pasta water. Ow, I burned myself again. I'll put them in there. That water is boiling. It is no joke. And we are going to lay our fusilli on the sauce. These are huge noodles. So last time I did make 2 packs. We did make less this time because we did not eat all that, and we felt like it did kind of waste. The ones at the bottom definitely cook more. But I guess it's just science. All right, so we're gonna put that even lower because this is just, I think that's it. I'm trying to see if there's any, they say to put a cup of pasta water. I don't know. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. Now we're going to immerse, you know what, let me get some, move this big pot of water because it's kind of unnecessary there. Just dump the rest of the water out. All right. water on this glove and it is freaking hot. Okay. So now let's focus on our fusilli. Yeah, this is looking most delicious. We're just gonna try and emulsify, my favorite word from Babish. It's better than dousing, covering, pouring. Emulsify. Really have those noodles become one with the sauce, you know? Really have that. Ooh, just spilling all over. Oh yeah, that looks pretty bomb if I do say so myself. So it's like butter noodles with a little extra flair. Now we have made some progress. It's not as extra as last time where it's too soupy. So again, could I have boiled it down maybe even a little more? Probably. I'm scared I'm gonna boil it too much, so it's pretty cool. I'm kind of just taking the noodles that I see don't have that much sauce and kind of devouring it in the sauce, you know, just to really get it. All right, so now for the taste test. All right, we are going to do a taste test while it's nice and hot. It's steaming, and that is the only way to truly eat pasta is when it's nice and hot and steamy. Those noodles, oh my goodness, wow. So cool. I love long noodles. Waiting for it to cool down just a little bit. Trying to get that good thumbnail. Like I just take more noodles because there's no way I'm gonna get all of this in one. But oh no! Oh, sorry. Ah! Maybe that cooled it off actually. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Actually, so much better this time. This tastes like real fettuccine. All right, let's try a big long one. This was the trick. This was the trick. Condense it down. Amazing. Now we are bringing in Moses for the taste test. I have confidence that this is much good. Am I all over? I messed up. We're going out. I feel like I messed up my makeup, but whatever. I wanted fettuccine. I was stressed. I made fettuccine. Fettuccine for lunch on a Monday. Okay, you ready to try it?
Yes.
You want me to feed you?
I'm gonna get it so big. I don't even know. How would you feed me? Let's see.
You eat like ramen. Oh, that noodle, babe. Look how long that noodle is. Wow. What do we think about it?
This is really good. Like the sauce, it's never been so creamy.
I know, and it's like not so much. I feel like last time, what was it, kind of soupy or something? I love these big Fusilli noodles. We only made one pack this time, so. I was just really craving
I mean, they're
these.
so dense. It's crazy.
Like the noodles itself?
Those are cooked good. They're not too cooked or too hard.
I think I got it right at the time, and they were warm still. I think I got a blister on my lip. It was so hot. I want to try that pasta vodka again, but these noodles call my name. They're in our pantry, and we've only had them one time, and I just like, I want to make them. Well, I have a music video in 10 days, so this is my last pasta dish till then.
So perfect. It was a good surprise.
What, you didn't know what's happening? I was surprised that the noodles were happening today? Well, I knew we were going to go out, so I was like, I don't know if we're going to go out to eat later, but this is a good size because it's like our little snack size. I know it looks like a lot, but we don't eat all of it.
I also feel the cheese in the sauce. Right? It's like...
It was way more cheese this time, which thank you for grating it. And I melted it on hot, like a higher flame. So I think it melted all the more together better. I don't think it was like melted as good last time.
Yeah, it's like you feel one sauce, but then you get inside of it this little taste, like the taste of the cheese.
And a little butter. It's very buttery too. This is so yummy. I love these noodles. Which one do you like better? The penne vodka or the fettuccine? The vodka sauce or fettuccine sauce?
Probably something about the vodka sauce that just has more flavors and you know what I mean?
You're putting more seasoning in it.
Hard to say, but I'm still having this. This is really good.
Yeah, this is different. This is more simple. It's like butter noodles.
But I feel I have to give the vodka sauce another chance. You know what I mean?
We did, yeah, because the noodles weren't cooked right with it.
But they're both like 10 out of 10. Like both of them are amazing.
I'm going to try to make pasta vodka again because Stephanie, not Stephanie. I love her and I can't think of her name. What is that girl's name? Oh my god.
The one that eats the pasta or the one that cooks?
She does cook the pasta. She's like, what is her name? Oh my god, that's so annoying. I keep wanting to say Stephanie Stew. It's not Stephanie Stew. It's Steph Pappas. Steph Pappas. She just made Gigi Hadid's penne vodka, so I'll have to try and make it. She made it with shells. I think pasta vodka is best with shells. I want to try and make a ziti out of this, but everyone was
I think that'd be what?
People were thinking like, no, you can't do it. It's not gonna like taste the same.
Really? That's so strange. Because I would think
We could try it.
I think that the way the cheese will sit inside of it.
Okay, next time we do with the big noodles, we'll try the ziti after the music video shoot.
This would be fun to do it with this because you can kind of layer the pasta and the cheese and the pasta.
That's what I said. I'll have a cheddar wedding maybe.
Pasta cake.
I would love pasta
Oh,
at our
like
wedding.
lasagna. Lasagna cake.
I don't really like lasagna. Isn't that weird? I don't know if it's because like the meat or whatever. I don't know. I do not like lasagna. I've never liked it when people made it, when I got to eat.
Well, I mean, you like more simple. Lasagnas are hit or miss, first of all. Like,
Yeah.
So many times they were just bad, plain bad. But also, most of them have like a lot of like sauce and flavors and meat. So I don't see you liking that.
Yeah, I definitely don't like meat in my pasta. Like maybe meatballs. The place I want to take you to in Temecula, like my favorite spaghetti and meatballs. I love the meatballs. That's the only time I eat it.
Is there like a butter noodle lasagna? Like I can see a version of,
Just butter noodles.
but it just has a little bit of Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, it's like something, you know, between the layers. But then it's mostly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just do like no meat. But then it's ziti. I feel like lasagna.
Right. And then the top is kind of broiled.
Yeah. I don't really know what makes anything wet. I don't know what makes things wet.
Well, you just made this.
I did just make that. Are you impressed?
This is really good.
Oh my god. They were so quiet. And I was like,
So we're getting the marble put on our bed, the steps to the bed. It looks so beautiful.
did you see it? I haven't seen it.
They've been working on this for so long. It's so much work, so many details. But you know, making the right choices, the right material, thickness, weight, so many things to take in consideration. And we got it all. Now we're putting it in.
We do have it all because we have each other. And the people pounding upstairs. I was trying to do a podcast. I was like, that's not going to happen. I was like,
Yeah, no, and they're walking through the podcast room.
whatever. I didn't know I was glamming yesterday because yesterday it was an unexpected glam, so I kind of had this Monday glam already scheduled. But this is the last Monday glam probably that I'm going to have like scheduled consistently because like my glam team's going out of town here and there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just go more sporadically when I need it. Because you know, if I need it on a Sunday, then I don't need it on a Monday. Anyway, nobody cares. Just me going on a rant about something so not relatable.
You can also put one.
This reminded me of the restaurant yesterday. I was doing.
Yeah, they were doing something on the
I
grill.
can't focus. I cannot focus when there's like something like that happening. I just can't.
This is ASMR, construction site ASMR.
Definitely not. It's like, does it trigger anyone else? Like, it literally triggers me. So I don't know why. Yesterday it was happening too in the restaurant we were at. And this just started.
It's so funny because usually Israelis will be PTSD, you know, like sounds of like bombs or shots. You know. I was surprised
So
that
his name
you were
Israeli or?
yeah. I was surprised that you were like having the same reaction to like those loud sounds.
One, I've always had an irrational fear of being in a place where there's a shooting going on. And then two, when I was 18, I was actually at a place where a shooting happened. I was once in a Domino's Pizza picking up in downtown LA. There was a shooting that happened. And then I was in a 7-Eleven near my old place where a stabbing happened. So I have this irrational, it's irrational, but then it's also like rational because it's happened. And ever since I heard those gunshots, because like you were describing it to me, and it's like they're so different than what you think they sound like. Well, you know, obviously I'm not like explaining to you, but you never heard it, especially when they're in close proximity and they're like they're shooting at people. It's so, it happened, everything happens so quick and you're just like in shock, you know? You're just like 1 minute, everyone's down. Like I didn't even fully grasp it. I remember like going home and eating pizza, like nothing happened. Like I picked up, it was like weird. So I don't know. And the shots are more like,
Bah. It's like snap. Bah, 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 bah.
right. I would say fireworks are more triggering than the actual gunshots. But
Right,
because of that,
yeah,
I'm like,
because in a way they're louder.
yeah. It was so scary. And I don't know. But I always had fears of that. And then like you always hear about people being in like, if you were in a shooting one time, like it's going to happen again. So I'm always thinking like,
I didn't know about that.
yeah, it was scary. I talked about it once at my Domino's when people were talking about my Domino's like employee thing. I was like talking about how like that happened to me at a Domino's in downtown. It was really crazy. I mean, obviously being in war and stuff was way more traumatizing. I'm not trying to compare myself, but that was the one time and I was like, oh, so scared. But I was always scared of it as a kid, and like I hate that I was scared of it because like I feel like I manifested that because I was always like, oh my gosh, especially because I was like maybe 2 months fresh to LA.
Right, it only takes one time. It's not like you have to be in war for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? It only like takes one time to be traumatized by an event like that.
I was traumatized by like when I heard about it on TV, like Columbine. I was so scared. I did not want to go to school. I was nice to everybody for that reason. Like literally, I was just like, what, you know, especially the kids that look like school shooters. I was just like so nice to them. I was so paranoid about that. I was so paranoid. I'm like, be nice to me, you know.
So how old were you when it happened?
Columbine? I think I was 10. It was like really scary. And like you saw on the news, like all the kids evacuated. Did you hear about it? Did you know about it earlier? Or not really. You did?
And then how old were you when September 11 happened?
13. So.
Yeah, because like kids that grew up without those events happening in their childhood have a completely different.
You mean like a different generation or?
Yeah, like let's say somebody that was born right after those two events and never experienced it, or.
Right. Or like.
Because that's a very specific thing to grow up with. Like you have to be. You have to be like young enough, but also aware of what's happening.
Right.
So like 10 is like that age, 13 is that age.
There was like a lot of school shootings that happened. Like I think it was Virginia Tech happened after that. There was like a lot of school shootings, and then the movie theater shootings with Dark Knight. Like all those were happening, and then I realized like there was one recently in Corona, really close. My dad and I used to go there, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Like it's so scary that you could just go to a movie and you don't think anything of it. But anyways, I try not to think like those negative thoughts, but it's just like, oh, it's a lot. But yeah, I mean, I think it's not, I don't know, I guess it's not as common anymore, thank God. But and then there was Sandy Hook, the elementary school got shot up with a bunch of kids, but I don't know, obviously growing up in like I don't know, like Israel or any place where they have like bomb shelters and thinking, oh, that's just where you go when they start to throw bombs at you, I would be freaked out. Like that's a whole other situation.
Yeah, I think all of them are equal. Like if you're a kid and you experience one, that's what I'm saying. There's not. The more it happens, you get kind of saturated and get actually kind of dull your senses about it. But it only takes one event for a child to be traumatized for life. Like PTSD, people went to the military. There was one event that happened, and they had PTSD for life.
Yeah,
like one thing that happened, not even. Sorry.
That's really. But that I can't even imagine. That sounds so. Oh, anyways, that's a whole thing, but. Yeah, I remember like when September 11th happened, like I remember everyone's like, this is history, like you're living through it, which is crazy because you think about Pearl Harbor, you think about like, you don't know people like, or I guess you don't know a lot of people that lived through it. You're like, damn, or like the Holocaust, you think of it as like someone, but
it's
people
so funny
live
because actually today, like the whole thing in Afghanistan is happening, which is like
what's happening in
20
Afghanistan?
years after that event.
Afghanistan was really big in the news. That was like the one we feared the most, I feel. Like Afghanistan was where Osama bin Laden was. Like that was like the one you heard all the time, like scary. Like, we never even learned about Israel or even Iran. Like, we never heard about those. Iraq, we heard, and Afghanistan. Because troops would go to Iraq, and you're like, oh my gosh, like...
Yeah, those were the 2 wars at that time.
What's happening in Afghanistan?
Basically, they're taking over again. The people that
Taking over what?
were supposedly the bad guys back then, taking over the country again. So for 20 years, America has been trying to...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm French.
So,
I'm very
for
French.
20 years, they were trying to like fix that country, give them military, government, and all that. And many think that it was just fake. They were just burning cash out there. But so after 20 years, it's basically complete failure. And those guys are just taking the country back to where it was 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like while here in America, money would not be spent on citizens here, it was burned trillions of dollars out there on this pointless war.
Yeah, it seems to like skip generations. Like, it's kind of like racism. Like, everything gets better, and then like all of a sudden, like, racism gets brought about again. It's kind of like, it seems that maybe is the case. Like, all that happened, and then like one generation tried to change it and be like, let's have peace. And then this new generation's like, no, I don't know. I really don't know the situation, but...
Yeah, people take it for granted. They were born into it, and then you have to kind of relive it again.
Can I take a bite?
Of course.
Sorry. I felt like I was so distracting with the just shoving noodles in my mouth while you're talking about porn.
That's funny.
No, I know this is the problem with YouTube. You always think about the comments, what comments are. And I'm like, oh, Mo's looking at Trisha like he's so disgusted by her. I can't wait till he leaves her.
No, they always say, look at you. Like, I wish somebody would look at me the way I say to Trisha. What? Oh,
wait, Moses looks at who?
you want me to say my name?
I never hear you say my name. Say my name.
Trisha.
Oh. I feel like it's so cute how you say it. I never hear you say it.
Trish. Like,
We're that couple that goes, babe. Which I think is annoying when most couples do. But what else are you gonna call someone? Sometimes I call you Mose, but then people around us start calling you Mose because they think that's your name. I think a videographer calls you Mose because I call you Mose so many times.
Oh, see? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, didn't notice.
Yeah. I don't know. Mose is just easy. There's Mose.
Just you kind of like on the way there, but you fade out to the first dance. Like Moses.
Well, yes.
Supposes. One day I have to learn that song.
Where's it from?
Things like Singing in the Rain.
We never watched it. I'm surprised we haven't watched it.
I'm surprised we haven't watched it. You're the one who's
I'm surprised we haven't watched it.
old musicals and... Well, we have so many movies to catch up on. So.
Look at those eyes. Do you have like blue rims around your eyes? Really? I've never noticed that
It's
before.
like blue, green. I don't know.
Let me see those eyes. Wow.
It's like hazel in the middle, then brown, and then blue, green.
You got like a tiger eye. Oh.
You look like some kind of a tiger king.
Well,
A baskin.
I said we were going to an art show today, so he's like, okay, let me think art piece. Okay, Angel, just, coming up with this was very random. I was like, but I like it.
Where are the pins from?
Him, he got them off Amazon or something.
Oh, that's why he went back to the car.
Yeah,
He's like,
get his bag
let's
of
get the
tools.
special stuff.
Angel and Ari are amazing. And Ronnie. Okay, you didn't eat anything. Did you have a snack this morning?
And I will.
You don't have to.
No, I was just more thinking about the guys up there. And
Oh, you gotta go? You can go.
I'm just gonna stop by to say hi to everyone. It's funny to me always when people talk that way.
On video. Stop by to say hey. As if they don't plan it.
No, when they have a name for their audience,
Oh, I used to have mine. Do you remember what mine? Do you know what mine used to be called?
Fishes?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Something about people say it in the comments, like I'm here from the days of like I think you would say at the end like bye fishes or
Here are my kisses for my little baby fishies. That was so, oh my god, cringy.
that's cute.
Thank you. Everyone always had outros back in the day.
Right. Intros.
It makes sense. It makes it easier. I don't know how people have intros on their videos when they do those like full screen. Like, so much work.
No, it's like templates nowadays.
You're a fan of the intros. Should we have a Moses and Trisha intro on my Trisha's Life channel? Maybe once we get married, maybe I'll change Trisha's Life to Moses and Trisha.
What are we talking about?
My vlog channel.
Oh.
Change the name. Because, okay, I'm going to call her out, but I love her so much. There's a girl, Pink Sparkles, who I love. Her name's Samantha. Met her, I love her. She would go back, she had a boyfriend, and so they had a vlog channel called, I forgot what the original channel is called. It was called like Chomp Squad, and it was her and Dalton. And then she changed the name. And then they broke up, and then she had a new boyfriend and changed it to Sam. It was like Austin and Sam or something like that. So she kept like changing it with like each new boyfriend, and I was like, oh my god, this is like so confusing. And then when they broke up, she went back to Sam. Anyway, so I was like, you know, I never would change my vlog name for anyone, but maybe instead of changing my real last name, we'll change the vlog channel name. That'll be my commitment once we get married.
That's bigger than changing a last name.
I know. It'll be Moses and Trisha. Although maybe it'd be Moses and Sephora.
I was gonna say.
Although now I'm friends with the Moses and Sephora on TikTok, so now I can't come for their brand. Although they had a really clever name. I wonder if her real name is Sephora.
I think so. Like I said, it's common, so there's high chance that Moses and Sephora will meet. Because that's like the original biblical couple.
My dad was the first one that said that, and I feel like you didn't know it was his wife.
No, because I was like, I know like Abraham and Sarah and things like that. Like I didn't really. I don't know. To me, it's almost like Mary. No, I don't know. No, I didn't know.
Well, now when I get married, you'll become a vlogger. There was a vlog. There was a vlog couple. Maybe it was Jesse and Gina. I can't remember. Where they would each take a camera, like around the day. I mean, we're always together, so like it wouldn't really work. But they would each take a camera and then like combine. Or maybe it was Sam. Maybe it was Pink Sparkles. You know, compare their day.
Well, I guess if I was going to the water museum and doing stuff there, then. But I just don't think it'd be that interesting. That's more.
I think they would.
I think that's more like our
would.
TikToks, right? Like on TikToks, we live individually. We do our thing. And then,
Yeah. But I think people would be interested in it. Like, it's something that I'm definitely not interested in, but like people are. You know what I mean? Like, gardening's
Right.
huge. Like, that stuff's huge. I don't know why I don't get it, but I'm gonna have one more and I'm done because I want to say I don't want to be too full.
Because it's kind of like music or like my artwork. Like the one piece I think is not good is the one people like. So it's hard to know. So you kind of know what people like, which is different from what you think is good or like.
I think everything I do is like amazing. It's gonna get a million views and like it never does. I'm like, I don't know. And then sometimes I do. I Love You Moses literally is my most viewed video this year. Not that I didn't think it was great, but it was supposed to be like kind of like stupid cheesy, and I'm like, that is the most views. Like, damn.
Well.
Not complaining, but love it. We're doing more videos together, so.
But I think it's also the structure of YouTube. So I think the channels you're doing, the other things, like that. Like I love my chemical imbalance.
Nice.
I really love that one.
Me too. I like doing it. I was talking about like the subject I was doing today, but next time. Speaking of other stuff, can you print out one of those scripts for me so I can give it to my mom when she comes?
Did you note me?
I'll note it to you, but I'll note it. All right. Well, this was. How'd you like it? Did you like it? I thought you didn't like it.
I really liked it.
You're just
really
kind of saving room.
Right, and they're big, and they were like, I really didn't.
Oh, but tonight we got Bavarian cream in there. That'll be my dinner. Oh, I'm so full. Do you know where we're going? If we're going to the Beverly Hills side of Sunset or the Silver Lake side? Is it more toward downtown or is it more towards?
So it's off the 101 to Sunset.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, we can talk about it later. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We are off to the Van Gogh. We're Van Going. Oh, the 6400 block? Yeah, that's like more towards, the Griffith Observatory's right here.
Yeah,
that's not the 101, is it? Isn't that the 105? Not the 105, but the, that's the 101?
I mean, it's the 101, kind of the 170 extension.
Oh, right.
This is Los Angeles talk. Far fine to the 101.
Oh, that's far.
That's in Mulholland Drive. Yeah.
You're living on the wrong side of Mulholland Drive. I thought that was going to get a million views. That's a smash.
They're really good.
It was really good.
Sad boy music.
I thought you were just saying that.
No, they always get good reviews, the music. I think once you have your just music channel, I think that makes sense.
You're so positive. What were you so positive about? I was like, damn, you really are supportive. You were so positive about something the other day. I was like, I love supportiveness.
Gerard Way.
You've always been supportive about that. I got got a new Pop Funko. I got all my Gerard Way Pop Funkos now, thanks to this one. Completing out the Danger Days Gerard. No, there's something else. And like, I think. Well, yours were about chemical balance. You think that's going to be a hit? I don't know. How many things I talk about my mental illness?
Your clothing line, your music, your videos, the new videos that nobody knows about yet.
And you were doing your projects. You're designing something cool. Your book, our furniture, the iPad excursion thing you're going to be doing. There's so much endless stuff.
I'm doing a lot. It's kind of crazy. But just like my stuff is not the same visibility. You know what I mean? Like people see a finished piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Like they don't see the journey there.
Yeah.
You know, picking fabrics.
You should show it. Are you doing it on TikTok, like the bed journey?
I'm filming, so maybe I'll just compile things together, and then my book, which is a year-long project. NFTs, which I actually love doing.
Yeah, you're good at those, making them come to life. Am I like the George Washington? You're like Hamilton. You write. You're my right-hand man. Or are you George Washington and I'm Hamilton? Or are we both George Washingtons?
We're both George.
But Hamilton, I feel like, is smarter and like the brains behind it.
I mean, which one of them didn't care about which one he was? You know what I mean? Like, did Hamilton care about being Hamilton? Like, you know
I think
what I mean?
so, yeah. But I think George Washington too. I think everybody wanted to be see. You're gonna be like, who'd you be? You're like Peggy, the Skylar sister that didn't care. She's just there. I am Peggy.
Definitely not.
Hamilton, but I'm just saying in regards to like Hamilton and Washington are like a duo.
I'm more the technical support, you're the performer. So however that works in the Hamilton world.
I'm the president and you're secretary. But like we can be co-presidents if you want.
No.
I'll be secretary to you sometime. You're like the treasurer though, because he was the treasurer and you like write all our bills and stuff like that, so you're kind of the treasurer. You're also the one that's like, we need to have savings, we need to do this, we need to do that. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of that.
I'll take that. I'd rather be secretary treasurer, so I know what's actually happening, than the president, which lives on his high chair with his illusions of...
Oh, is that me?
No, but sometimes the president is very detached of what's actually happening. Oh, this is what...
Sounds like shade towards me.
No. I'm the deep state in the government.
I don't even know that joke, babe. I don't get it, but... Okay.
It's just for fun.
Well, if I got it, I'd probably be more offended, but I don't understand it, so...
No, it's not offensive. It's more like... there's the stuff behind the scenes that people don't see, but they're kind of like the stuff that actually make things happen.
Yeah, that's
and
you.
Then there's the things
You're the
people
McDonald's employee squeezing the pink juice to make nuggets, so all I see is nuggets, but there's someone squeezing that too pink gunk trying to get it in there.
See. Exactly the same thing. Deep state.
We can both be president. I don't know. Or both be Hamilton, because Hamilton's cool too. That's it. I gotta call and get my card unblocked. My card's been blocked for like 3 days. I need to call that unblock us. Alright. Love you. Love you guys. I wish I could share this password. The good thing we only did one pack this time. That's me too.
You should give them the outro today.
Here are my, you do it with me. You never did it with me. And here are my kissies for my little baby fishies.
Oh, you actually do that?
Mm-hmm. That's what you gotta do. Can you do the outro for me now that I showed you?
I can do that.
Do it to camera though. Please. It's a request. You don't have to. Okay, go. Kissy. Okay.
Oh, so
you
like
do it by
kisses,
yourself.
It's kisses.
Kissies. Kissies.
For my fishies.
For my little baby fishies.
For my little baby fishies.
Okay, all together now.
Together.
Kisses for my little baby fishies. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Bye.